What's going on, guys? It's another sourcing day. We're heading off to an auction, see what kind of things we can pick up today. I'll bring you guys along. Hopefully we can find some goodies. I'm a full-time Amazon, eBay, Mercari reseller. I buy things at like auctions, yard sales, estate sales, online auctions, things of that nature to flip on eBay or other platforms. So if you like things like that, go ahead and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get to it. Okay guys, we're back at the warehouse. This isn't the stuff I got at the auction. This is the stuff I sold yesterday and over the night last night. So I want to show you guys the things we sold. I sold these Jordan shoes. I accepted an offer at $39 because I had them listed for several months and I just wanted to get rid of them. This is a point of sale clover machine. We sold this for $60. This is a wedge from the trunk sale, the golf club haul. We sold that for 40 bucks. Here's a lot of 20 bank bags, as I always say. I got thousands of these. I sell them a couple hundred a week usually. Here's another 5-pack of bank bags that I already packaged, just force of habit. We sold the Hard Rock golf bag. This is also from the golf haul. We got $135 for that. I had it listed for $145. Somebody sent me a message and said, what's the least you would take? So I just sent them an offer at $135 plus shipping, and they accepted, so that was a decent sale. We also sold the diving knife here for $55. I only paid $15 for that at an auction. This is a Mustang part here. Pretty cool. I think it was a upper manifold for a Mustang. But yeah, that sold for $68. This Verifone point of sale machine sold for $36. This Pocket Power jump starter sold for $61 plus shipping. We sold the New Wave, brand new. I sold that for $82 plus shipping. We sold this little watch lot for $40 plus shipping. There are a bunch of Fossil watches in there. We sold these Danner boots for $82 plus ship. And then on Mercari, I sold these Georgia Bulldog Nikes for $45 plus shipping. And then a pair of 9 West sunglasses that I've had listed on Mercari for quite a while, but they finally sold for like 15 bucks. And then the last thing I sold was this Tony Stewart jacket for $45 plus ship. We picked this up at the trunk sale last week and only paid $15 for it. So I got quite a bit at the auction the other day, so we'll have to do this in sections. This is an Optimus STA-20 stereo receiver. I got a big stack of electronics for $30. As long as this thing checks out, it's worth $50 by itself, so that'll pay for the whole stack. Everything else will be profit. I got this clock and this clock for $35. I think this clock right here is worth around $60 or $70, and I couldn't find this exact brand, so I'm not sure about the value on that one. This tool I got for $50. Always look up these old tools. A lot of times you can just look them up really easily. Right there you can see number 618 and then it has the company name there. So that was easy to look up, and this set actually sells for around $150, and I did pay $50 for that. I also paid $50 for the Seiko wall clock. It should sell for around $120 to $140. This is a really nice HK BB gun. I only paid 15 bucks for it, and they actually sell for like $90, so that's actually a good buy. The Cinderella Castle is really nice, and it's signed by the artist on the bottom. The sold comps for these are like around $250 or $300. I paid $80 for that. I got this pencil drawing for $30, and you can see it has the artist name there. And when I looked up the artist names, I saw similar sketches, pencil sketches going for around 150 bucks. I picked up this Quick Aid foam fire extinguisher. I paid 30 bucks for that. And I think the sold comps when I looked them up were around the $80 to $120 range. I got all the starting lineup figures for $40. There's some good Legends collection figures in here. I mean, I looked them up and you can see there's Wilt Chamberlain. There's some other big names in here. I looked them up. Most of them are actually only around the $10 to $15 range, but we got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 14 or 15 of them. So we'll sell them in lots and we'll definitely make some money on them. I got the Budweiser Steins. Keep an eye out for these guys. This is one of the best Budweiser Steins you can get. I think this Stein right here is selling for like around $120 to $140. I got all 3 of those for $75 because somebody obviously knew that this had good value. I didn't look up these ones specifically yet, but if they're only worth like $10 or $20 each, I'll just sell them as a lot. If this is worth like $40 or $50 by itself, then I'll sell those 2 together and I'll sell that by itself. I picked this up for $55. These infrared IC heaters, this model you can look up, and they're selling for around $200 to $250. This got thrown in with something, it was free. I was trying to figure out why part of the label was missing here on the side, but then I figured out that I think it laid on top of a pool table light. So somebody might be looking for the replacement. It's really big, as you can see, so it's a cool piece nonetheless, but I'm hoping somebody might buy it to replace one on a pool table light. So here's the rest of the stuff we got at the auction. This is a really nice Miller crate. This is probably one of the nicest like old school crates I've ever had. It has like this latch system at the top where it like latches closed. You can still see like where the bottles were like decades ago. Just a really cool piece. And this exact model actually sells for like around $120. I paid $50 for it because I really like it, but I know I should at least double my money on it. I got these two together for $35, and this set right here sells for $100 by itself, at least $90 plus shipping, but that's going to be a good sale. We'll double our money off of this. I didn't even look this up when I was at the auction, but they threw it in with this, so it's a nice little bonus. Just by looking at it, I imagine it's probably worth about $25 to $35 plus shipping. Pretty cool piece. And this movie, the original, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, was actually filmed here in the town I lived in Silver Springs, Florida, or the next town over, basically. And then this was the rest of the stack we got for $30 with the other items I showed you earlier. This Pro Pack 4 is worth about $70 if everything checks out with it. And I didn't even look up the 8-track stereo player, but that's just going to be a bonus. $30 for all those electronics was a steal, basically. I paid $40 for these two pieces, but I looked up this synthesized receiver, and it's worth about $90 plus shipping. And then these Samsung DVD VCR combos, you know, they always sell for $50 to $100 depending on how desirable the model is. This one is obviously a good one because it says DVD recorder and VCR. A lot of the times when I test these though, the VCR does not work, so we're gonna have to test it. But as long as it works, it should be $60 to $80, probably somewhere in that range. And then these kind of surprise me. Anytime you see like unique rare tags, always look them up. I looked up this Florida horseless carriage tag, and similar ones were selling for like $80 to $100. I couldn't believe it. I guess they're really rare. But I got both of these for $35, and this is a 1939 Florida tag, and these actually sell for like 60 to 80 bucks too. So I paid $35 for both, and I should be able to get at least $125 out of both of them, if not more. This is a Harry Potter wand. This actually, they threw this in with that BB gun. I didn't even look it up. I don't know much about Harry Potter, but for those of you that like the film, this is the, I'm not even gonna try to say it because I'll chop it up, but this is that guy's wand, Malfoy. And then this was 3 different lots at the auction. Like I bought this marbles knife by itself, and then I bought like this lot of knives and this lot of knives. But all in all, I spent $125. Marbles is a really good brand. If you look up Marbles, you'll be shocked at what some of these knives sell for. And this one's a really cool piece. Like, look at this thing. Never seen one quite like it. And it's like scrimshaw etched on bone. Really cool. And then we got the rest of these knives, and there's actually some good brands in here. Like there's a SOG right there. That's a nice knife. You know, just by looking at it without looking it up first. It's probably a $25 to $35 knife. There's Kershaw, another SOG, Smith & Wesson. I don't think the Smith & Wesson ones are worth that much, but basically what we'll do is we'll take these good knives like the Marbles, this SOG, this Kershaw. We might put a couple Kershaws together. We'll basically list all the good ones individually that have great value, and then everything like these kind of knives we'll kind of set aside as we go. And then at the very end, we'll list like all the cheaper knives in one large lot and all the better knives individually. Knives are awesome because they're easy to pack and ship, they're easy to deal with, they're small, they don't take up a lot of space. I love them. They're probably my favorite thing to sell. And then we got these Reebok pumps for $35. They're brand new in the box. I don't think they're worth a whole lot. They're probably worth about $80 plus shipping, maybe $70 if I have to hold on to them for a while, but I should almost double my money. And I thought they were cool, you know, the old school Reebok pumps. These are obviously newer, but an ode to the original. And this is my favorite buy of the day, the Sega Genesis Sonic 2 bundle in the box. I paid $100 for it. It should go for at least $200, maybe more. I have to check out everything. I'm pretty sure it's pre-owned. But after I bought it, the person that consigned it to the auction came up to me and they told me everything was in the box and it was in really good condition. So I'm really excited about that one. And then we have some overflow stuff over here that we got at the auction. I picked up this clock for $30. This was an impulse buy just because I thought it was really nice. A friend of mine wants to buy this for $50, so I'm going to give him the opportunity to buy it. If he doesn't buy it like this week or something, I'll go ahead and list it. I imagine I'd probably get 80 to 125 plus shipping, just guessing. $70 plus shipping on the low end. It's really heavy duty. It's heavy metal and brass. I mean, it looks like a real what are they called, porthole window with these Loctite things and stuff. So really cool piece. This was something they threw in for free, the old Light Bright, which is super nostalgia. Takes me back to my childhood. It has the pegs in there too, but it doesn't have the black pieces of paper for me to put on the pegboard. So I don't know. I don't think it's worth actually selling on eBay, but I'll have to look into it. I might let my kid play with it, or I might sell it in that local auction that I was telling you about in my last video. This is the last thing I got. I paid $70 for these. These are reloader tools for making your own bullets at home, which is really popular right now. And this RCBS one is worth at least $100. And I paid $70 for all three. We'll conservatively say this is worth $90. And then I didn't even look up those other two. I mean, like, a lot of times at the auction, I'll look up one thing and then I just know that the extra pieces are added value. And then when I get to processing them, I'll look them up and do a little bit more research. But I should get 90 out of this. And I imagine those two pieces together is going to be like another, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks. Who knows? But it's going to be great profit all around. It was a good haul. I love the stuff we got today. As you can see, it's more quality merchandise, you know, average sale price about $100 for this stuff. So this is the kind of stuff you want to source if you're out there looking. Pass up on the janky garbage and look for stuff like this. So all in all, it was another great auction haul. I spent $1,130 on all that stuff. Resale value's around $3,000. So after fees and everything, I should net easily $2,600, which is a quick double up and then some. There's some really good inventory. A lot of this stuff will sell fast. I'll recoup my initial investment within maybe 10 to 14 days after like 5 or 6 or 7 of these items sell. And then the rest will be pure profit, rinse and repeat. I do this over and over again. That's how I make a good living doing this. Like even today, I'm making the finale of this video. Then I'm gonna go hit some thrift stores because I have some extra time today. I can't go to the auction tomorrow because my son has baseball. So I'm gonna find another way to source, get some good stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you like things like this, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Thanks again for the support. And until next time, peace.